So here in a minute, we'll be going to ride number 2 with Sebastian and Levy, Maximilian Levy of Germany. And Sebastian took the first round, so we'll see if Max can battle back and take it to a third decider.
He's got an opportunity to do it. If he gets his tactics right, he's definitely got a chance to do it. I would say, though, at this time, Sebastian's just looking like the faster rider. As long as Sebastian doesn't do anything silly, he really should take this bronze medal.
Do you think Max used up all his luck earlier in the competition?
You know, he rode some great races. The coaches for the rivals he's riding against now would have seen those races. They would be saying to his rider, look, he wants to get to the front. He wants to take control. He's going to then back you up and then go again. So they're going to be waiting for that. They know that's going to happen. Yet he still managed to do it again against Sebastian. So even knowing what's going to happen in the races, you know, these smart sprinters can still execute their tactics well.
Yeah, every race is different. Every reaction is different. And so you go in with a game plan, but sometimes that gets thrown out the window, and that's where experience comes in.
We just saw, by the way, there the officials were repairing the track from a crash in a previous race. So these wooden tracks, they have to repair them because when people crash, sometimes the pedals or the axles or something from a shoe can dig up some splinters. And these tyres are so light that any splinter will puncture them. And the last thing that you'd want would be any of these guys getting the puncture when they're going, you know, upwards of 45 mile an hour.
Yeah, they're bringing some serious speed. So what do you think is going to happen going into this second ride? How's it going to play out?
Well, you know, Max is drawn at the bottom. I'm pretty sure he's going to want to retain the front, and he just want to get in Sebastian's way. I would expect to see Max moving around the track quite a lot, trying to keep Sebastian close to him, taking that slipstream away so Sebastian can't use that for his run. And he'll need to be careful that Sebastian doesn't jump over him and take the lead from him. So I expect this to start reasonably fast with lots of moving around.
Yeah, Levy likes to keep the pace a little bit high and string it out and make it for a longer sprint. And he likes to battle. He likes to go hip to hip as long as possible and see who comes to the finish line first.
When you get to this level, you know, these guys, they're brave. They're going upwards of 45 mile an hour, and all they're wearing is a thin piece of Lycra. So yeah, these guys are pretty brave, and they will, you know, they are prepared to go handlebar to bump into each other.
So we see them rolling at a decent pace. Max does something interesting. He moves up almost to open the door for Sebastian and then cuts back down to get the speed going because he wants it a little faster.
Yeah, I think he was tempting him there. I think if Sebastian had tried to come to the front, he would have swiped down across him pretty aggressively.
Yeah. And now you see Max looking back but picking the speed up. Like you said, razoring, kind of moving around the track. We got a lap and a half to go, and here we go.
Yeah, a little false move there. Just drawing Sebastian into him. Did a great job of drawing him next to him. Look at that. On the shoulder.
One lap to go. And here we go. 200 meters. Like I said earlier, Levy likes to keep it close side by side. But it looks like Sebastian's just going to come over the top, and Levy won't be able to make it happen this time around.
Yeah, Max did a great job there of drawing Sebastian really close to him, and he just got beaten by speed. He had him shoulder to shoulder for the last lap, which is where you always want to get that rider. They're not benefiting from the slipstream. They're riding a good 4 or 5 meters further than you, but the young Frenchman was just too fast for him today.
100%. Now we have Sebastian taking bronze at the 2018 World Championships, just getting over the top of Max to claim that title.
And I think that's his first medal at an elite World Championships in a match sprint. So well done to Sebastian.
Very impressive. So next we have ride number 2 with Matthew and Jack. Here we go. Do you think Matthew will continue his dominance?
Yeah, I think it's difficult to see past him. He's looked so strong in all of this racing. I mean, don't forget he was second in 3 rides to Jason Kenny in 2016. You know, he's been a consistent medalist at World Cups and this level. I think he's looking like the strongest guy in the field today, and deservedly so.
Yeah, it's going to take something pretty special from Jack to shut him down on this and take it to a decider. But again, this is why we race. You never know what's going to happen.
You never know. Looking at Jack here on the start line, you can see he's talking to himself. He's kind of geeing himself on there, getting himself worked up. You know, I'm expecting this to be a pretty aggressive race from Jack. He knows he's got to get in front. He's got to hold Matt up as much as he possibly can. So yeah, I expect a pretty aggressive race from Jack here.
So here we see them rolling out. Matthew behind, Jack in front. We'll see what Jack does with the speed, and we'll see how Matthew maybe tries to push him on to increase that speed.
You can see immediately, compared to the first race where Matthew was on the front, Jack is keeping it much, much slower. You know, here's his game plan. He's got to keep it slow. He's got to keep Matt close to him.
Yeah, you don't want Matthew to get that gap, because once he does, he will build the speed and come over you again like a freight train.
One fast freight train.
Yeah. So here we go. Jack almost bringing it to a standstill, and Matthew's not liking that. He comes up beside him, he picks up speed, and look at this. We got some bike movement and some sprinting going on. Jack wanting to keep him on his hip.
Yeah, good tactic there from Jack. He's moving the bike around. He's making Matt think, you know, what's he going to do? Where's he going to be? This is going to unnerve Matt a bit. Oh, nice swipe there. He's close to him. He could probably still be a little bit closer.
And a lap and a half to go. Jack is not messing around. He wants to throw off any momentum that Matthew may have coming into this last lap. But Matthew at the top of the track, bringing it down with 1 lap to go. And here he goes, powering through the 200-meter line side by side with Jack. And they're going to go all out to the finish line. This is for gold. And it looks like Matthew is just going to hang on.
Yeah, Matt's just got too much speed there. Jack almost had him. He just needed to have a wheel in front of Matt's wheel, and then he would have been able to keep him higher up the track. But Matt came out of turn 4 with so much speed, he was able to force Jack down the track. Once he'd forced him down the track a little bit earlier than Jack wanted to, he was already going faster, and he was going to win the race.
Yeah, he definitely brought some speed, but how about those bike handling skills and the movement from Jack to really put a glitch in Matthew's ability to just build his speed up?
Great by both of them. You know, the movement by Jack, the reactions by Matt. You know, he was brave. He's staying right next to him where Jack's throwing his bike all over the place. It didn't stop him from going for it. This is what we like to see. This is top-level sprinting. This is guys who are fighting for a world championships. You know, look how close they're getting here. You know, actually touching here. Jack's trying to just slow him down, force him up the track, keep him in the control. Lots of great skill being displayed here.
I love it. Neither rider backs down. They're going head-to-head. This is for a world title. That is something that goes with you the rest of your life. And look how close they get. Boom! So close right there. That is just so much fun.
Yeah, great movement by Jack here. Look how little room he's given him. He's holding him. But Matt didn't back off. Matt just kept the gas on even though this was happening.
He just had the legs this year. Matthew is deservedly the world champion.
Yeah, you can see how excited Ross Edgar, new Australian sprint coach, is, how excited Matt is. Yeah, that's his first individual world championship title. That's going to be very special for him. And a fantastic performance by young Jack to make that final in only, I think, his first appearance at the Elite World Championships in the individual sprint. So, you know, really excited about the future for sprinting with all these young guys.
Really fun sprint tournament. You can see how excited Matthew is, obviously, with the win here. Getting his shoes off, gonna get the flag, gonna take his victory lap to show his excitement.
Okay, everybody, thank you for watching. Been a pleasure to have joined you here today, Nate. And we're going to do some more of these videos, so look out.
Likewise, Lee. Thanks so much for chatting with me, and I look forward to watching more racing with you.